Alex Bowman steals, and I do mean steals, a victory from Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano for his first win in 2021, his first win in the 48 car, and also the first win for the 48 car since 2017 at Dover with Jimmie Johnson. It's also sponsor Ally's first win, and it also happens to be on the same day that Jimmie Johnson makes his IndyCar debut. We really should have saw this coming. Of course, this morning I put on my Jimmie Johnson shirt because it was his IndyCar debut. Little did I know the 48 car in NASCAR would steal a win like that. I mean, what the heck? I don't even know what happened there. I know what happened, but it's like I'm mind blown. You know, like the first 85-90% of this race was so boring and just nothing happened, and it was kind of just the same thing over and over. And then there was a caution. Kevin Harvick blew a tire and wrecked. And that changed everything. And honestly, I kind of wish that caution didn't come out, because we were having a really good battle with Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin. Joey Logano was leading, Denny Hamlin behind him. And for the second time this year, Denny Hamlin would not move Joey Logano. Once again, we know the type of race car driver Joey Logano is. If he was in the position Hamlin was in, he probably would have bumped him up the track and passed him already. But Hamlin was being patient. He was trying to see, how can I get around him? There were still 20 laps to go, so he was probably going to wait a little bit longer to see if he could make his move. He was being told that Logano was burning up his stuff, his tires, his brakes, so he was kind of waiting for Joey to fall off, and then the caution comes out. And Denny Hamlin's pit crew was on it today. They've been on it all year, and they put together an extremely fast pit stop. They got the lead off of pit road, restarted on the inside, and it was looking good. He got a really good jump on the restart, was able to get in front of Logano, but Alex Bowman, who had a top 5 car all day, had an incredible restart, was able to clear Logano pretty quickly within that first or second lap of the restart. He was able to clear Logano, take second place, and not soon after that, he took the lead. I mean, he took second place off turn 4, off the first or second lap off the restart. By 1 and 2, that's next lap, technically the next lap, but at the end of the next straightaway, he was side by side with Hamlin for the lead, and then about a lap later, he was clear and he ran away. Hamlin did have a shot at the end there. Not a shot, but, he closed it a little bit because lap traffic got in the way. The 48 got pinned behind a couple cars, but man, that was a crazy finish. No one got wrecked out of the lead. No one took each other out. No chaos or anything, but just the way that race ended, especially with the way it was going. I mean, seriously. I like Richmond, but I feel like the past few races just haven't been as good as they used to be. I don't know if it's the track, I don't know if it's the tires, I don't know if it's the cars, but I just feel like the racing hasn't been as good as it used to be at Richmond. But yeah, that was the majority of the race today. There was nothing really going on. There was passes being made, but it's like you knew it was going to happen. It was a car was quicker. And they were able to get by so easily, and tire fall off was good to see. It was really good to see that, the different tire strategies. But then also, I'd say that was it really. But other than that, the racing was pretty mediocre, I would say. But yeah, Alex Bowman though, I can't believe he did that. His first win in the 48, as I said earlier, his first win since California last year, actually, in 2020 before the pandemic hit. And according to history, Richmond will be no more after this year, because remember, 2019, Alex Bowman won at Chicagoland. Chicagoland has not run a race ever since then. 2020, Alex Bowman wins at California Auto Club. You know what happens there? They're going to tear it down and make it into a short track. So Richmond Raceway, you better watch out. NASCAR might do something with you. But yeah, that's like the running joke in NASCAR if you didn't know. But Alex Bowman, that's a big win for him, big win for that team. Alex Bowman emotional after the race. They lost one of their crew members over the offseason in a car crash, so that was an emotional win for them, obviously, just because of that. But in terms of the car itself, the 48 number, remember the 5 team is actually the 48 team now, so it's not the same team that Jimmie Johnson had, but the number 48 has not been in victory lane in 4 years. 4 years! Seriously, imagine telling someone 4 years ago when Jimmie Johnson won his 3rd race of 2017 at Dover that he would not win again, and that the next driver to win would be in 2021, and it would be Alex Bowman. I don't think they'd believe you. But yeah, that's really cool to see the 48 back in victory lane. Greg Ives, Alex Bowman, that whole team. And it's really cool to see a newer sponsor, I should say. They've been in the sport for a few years now, but get into victory lane. Ally, they've been waiting a long time. They've invested a lot into Hendrick Motorsports, into the 48 team. So it's really cool to see them finally get a win with Alex Bowman. Just because, as I said, they've invested so much, not just with Hendrick Motorsports, but with NASCAR in general, a fan deck they've sponsored, so it's been named after them. The infield party at Homestead is named after them. Heck, a race is going to be named after them. The Ally 400 at Nashville, a new track. So Ally's invested a lot of money into NASCAR, and it's nice to see it pay off finally for them as they get their first win in NASCAR at Richmond Raceway with Alex Bowman. I think I read somewhere that Bowman had one top 10 finish in his career at Richmond, and it was a 9th place finish, and he had only led 1 lap leading up to today. He led 10 laps today, and they were the most important 10. He led the last 10 laps of this race. But let's get into the finishing results of this race. Oh my gosh, Alex Bowman. I didn't see that coming, dude. I really didn't. He ran top 5 all day long. He was up there. He had a penalty, but he was able to rally back, get into the top 5. But I think the most important moment for him was right before that caution. He was battling Christopher Bell for 3rd place at the time. And if he lost that, Bell might have taken the bottom on that final restart, and Bowman wouldn't have had a shot at taking the lead or going up and fighting for the win. So I think that pass for 3rd with about 25-30 to go before the caution ended up being one of the most important passes of the race for Bowman, other than obviously the pass for the lead and the win. But I think that was a really important one before the caution. So Bowman ends up getting his first victory of 2021, his first victory in the 48 car, Ally's first victory. We've been through it all. And of course, on the same day that Jimmie Johnson gets makes his IndyCar debut, Jimmie Johnson today did not win. No, he did not have. I didn't watch the race, but I think he finished 17th or 18th. He didn't have what you would call a great day, but he finished the race, which is a big deal for him. That's what he wanted to do. He didn't want to get involved in any crashes, have any issues, so he was able to complete the race. So good for you, Jimmie. Good for you, Alex Bowman. Really good day for 48 fans everywhere. 2nd place, Denny Hamlin. This is the 3rd time this season that Denny Hamlin has choked a race. This week at Richmond, he led over 200 laps, over half the race, had the preferred line on the last restart, was able to get a jump, and still managed to get past for the lead and for the win. Last week at Martinsville, dominated that race, led 200 and something laps, was passed late by his teammate Truex, finished 2nd or 3rd, lost the win. Bristol Dirt had a great opportunity to go up, bump Joey Logano out of the way to try to win it. What does he do? He goes up high and just gives up 2nd for I still don't know why. Denny Hamlin, we know him. He is a Hall of Famer. He is going to win a lot more races in his career. He has won 40-something races in his career, but oh my gosh. It's like he wants us to meme him even more. He gets made fun of all the time for choking. And then he does this back-to-back-to-back races? He's choked. What are you doing, Denny? Denny, you're making this too easy. Like, I was laughing after the race because I'm like, Denny chokes. But there's no way he chokes this one. It's his home track. He's really good here. He's got a few wins here. There's no way he chokes it this time. Well, he did, and I was like, God, Denny. It was almost like a laugh out of pity because I'm like, Denny, like, you're so close. But on the bright side, Denny Hamlin still has like a 100-point points lead, so we can't. It's not like he's been sucking all year, and these last 3 races that he's choked are his only opportunities to win. He's gonna win races this year. He's gonna win a lot of races. He's gonna probably win the regular season championship because honestly, I think if he sat out 2 races, he'd still have the points lead. He's that far ahead. He's been that good this year. He swept the stages today. He's got playoff points. So if you're a Denny Hamlin fan, I'm just making fun of him because he chokes. It's not like he's been bad. Okay, he's been really good all season long. He's the points leader. He's been doing great all season. It's just that he can't close up on a win. But maybe this choking now means that he won't choke later in the season. Maybe he'll actually get the championship. So you never know. 3rd place, Joey Logano, top 5 car all day. I would argue the 3rd or 4th best car behind Hamlin, Truex, and then maybe Bowman. Had a great car, especially at the end there. Him and Hamlin were having that great battle for the lead. Lost the spot off of pit road. The lead spot off of pit road. But he was able to hold the outside for a bit, but couldn't quite hold it. Bowman passed him, and then he was able to fall in line in third, finishes third. Led a good chunk of laps today. Solid day for them. Fourth place, Christopher Bell. He was really good all day. Top 5, top 10 most of the day. JGR as a whole looked great today. Truex was up there. Bell was up there. Kyle Busch was up there before his penalty. They could have had all 4 cars in the top 5, to be honest, but a really good day for Christopher Bell. A good top 5 finish for them, and this is a playoff track, and remember, Christopher Bell is in the playoffs with his win at the Daytona Road Course, so I think that's a big, big moment for them. Fifth place, Martin Truex Jr., I would argue the second best car all day, led 100 and something laps today. Was the second best car behind Hamlin, in my opinion. Got a pit road penalty under a green flag stop. Was able to rally back for a 5th place finish. 6th place, Eric Almirola. Stuart Haas looked good today. They looked good, at least half of their teams. Harvick was top 5, right on that border most of the day until his incident. Almirola was in the top 10 all day long. That is such a promising sign for them. They have been awful this year. So a 6th place finish, Almirola, that's a great day for them. 7th, William Byron. 8th, Kyle Busch. As I said, JGR, great day for them. Had a pit road penalty, the commitment cone violation under green, so he had to rally back from that, but he got a top 10. 9th, Matt DiBenedetto, a much-needed good run for them. They've had their struggles this year, and so a top 10, that's a big deal for them. 10th, Austin Dillon. He did really good here in the fall last year. A good run again at Richmond for him. Ryan Blaney gets his best career finish at Richmond prior to today. I think it was 18th, but yeah, he finishes 11th today. 12th, Chase Elliott. Off day all day for them. That's about where they were. And Chase Elliott, the defending Cup Series champion, is now the only driver at his team who has not won this year. That's kind of mind-blowing, but if you're Hendrick Motorsports, that is a really good sign for you that the only person who hasn't won is the defending champion. So props to the other guys, the other teams for stepping up this year. But yeah, 13th, Kurt Busch. 14th, Brad Keselowski. 15th, Ross Chastain. Decent run for him. 16th, Suarez. Good run for him. 17th, Stenhouse. We talked about him this week. 18th, Kyle Larson. Off day for them. I didn't expect them to have winning speed, but Larson does have a win at Richmond. He's run good here in the past. So I did expect him to run in the top 10 at worst. But yeah, 18th, that's not promising for them. 19th, Eric Jones. 20th, Tyler Reddick. 21st, Corey LaJoie. 22nd, Chase Briscoe. 23rd, Cole Custer. 24th, Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick had a top 5 run. He was on 5th to 7th, I would say. Was doing so good all day. Blows a tire with 17 to go and crashes hard and ends up finishing 24th. It's been a tough season for SHR. Harvick has still been the strength there. He's still in the playoffs. He's still going to be top 10 in points, but it just sucks that they finally have a really, really good run, a top 5 run, and they crash. 25th, Chris Buescher. 26th, Bubba Wallace. 27th, Michael McDowell. 28th, Austin Cindric. 29th, Ryan Preece. 30th, Ryan Newman. Was spun out earlier in this race by Cindric, I think, and had a little bit of damage, but 30th for him. 31st, Anthony Alfredo. 32nd, BJ McLeod. 33rd, James Davison. 34th, Quinn Houff. 35th, Garrett Smithley. 36th, Cody Ware. 37th, Josh Bilicki. 38th, Justin Haley. He shifted from 2nd to 3rd on lap 1, and his car just decided to quit, and so he didn't even make a lap of this race. Anyways, that is your race today at Richmond Raceway. Once again, the majority of this race was not good, in my opinion. The last 20 laps, and you know what, let's make it the last 60 laps, between 50, 60. Whenever Hamlin started to catch up to Logano, that was really fun seeing would Hamlin move him? Would Hamlin go a different line? And Logano wasn't making it easy. Hamlin got to the inside of Logano multiple times and he was on his door, he was there. But, couldn't get it done, and then that caution came out. And I was really looking forward to that battle, but a thrilling finish. Alex Bowman gets the win, but overall, this race was a failure to me. In terms of the racing quality, I still like Richmond, but they've done something that's messed up the track, or messed up the racing at the track. I don't know what it is, but it just hasn't been as good recently, in my opinion. This race was a 5.6 out of 10. The finish didn't save the whole race, obviously. If only 5 to 10% of the race is good, that doesn't make the whole race good. but it definitely gives it a couple notches up on my rating scale. But a 5.6 out of 10, I think, is what I'm going to give it in terms of the racing quality. There's been worse races for sure in the past at Richmond, at other tracks, so it could have been worse, but it also could have been much better. But the ending, the last chunk of the race, 50 to 60 laps, was really good to see Hamlin and Logano battling for the lead, and then seeing Bowman steal the win was pretty exciting too. But wow, I'm still shocked that Bowman won. I really didn't think he would. I knew he was going to get a top 5 because, they'd done so good. And then when he got the lead, I was like, when's the caution going to come out? The 48 car hasn't had luck in years. When is this caution going to come out and screw Alex Bowman over? But it never came out. Bowman got the win. Wow. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night. I hope you enjoyed this race a little bit more than I did. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you're excited for Bowman, let me know in the comments. But next week, Talladega, I'm planning on being at that race, so I'll let you know more about that this week. So Denny Hamlin apparently said this after the race, and I would just like to remind everyone something real quick. That I have the same amount of championships as Denny Hamlin. Just thought I'd remind everyone, because this is pure salt from Denny Hamlin in this quote.